start the song over? Nah.
What's up, guys?
Nah. Shit.
We're live. All right. It is 12:21 on Friday, March 20th, 2020. Our fourth workout. The fifth day, but the fourth workout. Thank you for joining me. No tortelli for Steph Petco. Hey, rock on, man. If you like pasta, I totally support you. Make sure it's balanced with your other macros. My friends on YouTube, hello. We're doing Facebook and YouTube for my friends out there. Brandon, can you set that timer for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
So if you can't find this video or you want a library where it'll be a little bit more condensed, we are going to start posting these on Instagram. Also, we are going to have them on YouTube. So look out for them there if you're looking to come back to these at a later date, right? So today, one of my favorite styles of workouts is just a conditioning workout. So the way that I work this with clients in the gym is if you have a MyZone heart rate monitor, I would wear it. The goal with this, we have two different options. It's to stay between blue and green. So we don't want to drop into the gray and we don't want to go above green into the yellow. And the goal is to be able to sustain those two heart rate levels for about at least 30 minutes, somewhere closer between 30 and 45 minutes. 45 plus is kind of the sweet spot, but we're not quite there, and we have to know how to kind of manipulate this program a little bit deeper to get higher than that 45-minute range. So we're going to keep it to somewhere between 24 to 36 rounds, doing 4 to 6 cycles of each pattern, if you will. So we have a little bit of a warm-up, and then we will get into how to work this program. It's a lot of fun, and the thing that I like about it, if anybody came to Cardio and Cocktails, it's cool because it's kind of like a Chinese food menu. You can just circle stuff and make it happen. So come back to this picture next time you do it and choose a different exercise. Each workout can be different, and you're still hitting similar patterns. Also, the picture that I posted, I have changed some things on the board, so I will repost the picture so everybody has it. So, to get started, we talked about it yesterday, just helping you find your favorite breathing position. So, your options, we could go on our back or face down. We'll try a different breathing position today that we do in our small group class. We call it Commando Rock breathing. So we're going to go tactical frog-ish, so not full-on tactical frog, but knees a little bit wide, down to the elbows, and then you want to rock back and forward, and find that place, watch my hips, find that place right before the tailbone tucks under. So something like there is perfect for me. I'm going to get the elbows under my shoulders, and I'm just going to breathe. Find the position of your head that feels best for you. What's going on there, Brandon?
They just got a bunch of people.
Oh no.
Oh crap. Yeah, we got a bunch. We got Robert.
We'll get real Zoolander in this piece. Go ahead.
I'll tell you everything I do.
All right, cool. So, Commando Rock breathing. In this position, my diaphragm and pelvic floor are in a closer-ish position, similar to lying on our back with our knees and our hands. Just we're in the opposite position in relation to good old gravity. So get a few breaths there, in and out of the nose, tongue against the roof of your mouth behind your two front teeth. From there, just quad rock. So like we talked about the other day, head up and rock. Obviously, only do this if it feels okay for your neck. But even looking out this far is better than being here, since we spend so much time there. So just quad rock. Toes can be pointed, toes can be dug in to get a little more stretch out of the feet and calves. From there we have crawl. So crawling forwards, crawling back. I like thinking of my hands like my feet in a crawl. So I'm landing on the heel and rolling onto the fingers. And again, breathe while you do this. If you can't get the breath in during an actual crawl, can you do like a cross crawl? Just breathe. From there we have your half kneel press out. So If anybody borrowed a core sandbag or a power sandbag, we're going to go half kneel, dig in the toes, push the feet into the ground, and then you're going to find that bag in front of the belly button. So put your hand through the suitcase handle, crush the bag on the other side, squeeze the bag in your hands, and push the ground down as you press it away. So keep the tension through the floor as you press the bag out. Get, 3 or 4 or 5 reps on each side. It is a warm-up. Should be warm. Marching cross crawl, just movement stuff. It's never going away. God forbid I only go one direction and I get uneven. You guys know how to do it. Last but not least, your explosive squat. So what I would suggest is hands out in front. You want to split the floor, go nice and slow all the way down, fast up. Get as many of those as you feel comfortable with. So again, to kind of help you work this program, if you have the MyZone heart rate monitor, it has a interval timer built in. So we kind of talked about this the other day when we did the other interval workout on Tuesday. If you open up the screen and go to the bottom right corner, it has that little MyZone heart rate icon. Hit that and hit workout. There's a bar that's under your heart rate scale and it has a little clock on it. Hit the clock and hit interval, and then hit the pencil. The first thing that comes up is going to be your work interval, so scroll it up until it says 30, hit done. The rest will come up next, hit 30, done, and then it'll ask you how many rounds you want to do. So 4 rounds would be 24 cycles. So you have 6 exercises times 4, or 6 exercises times 6, or even 6 exercises times 5. What's the number? 35, you're right. Simple mathematics, ladies and gentlemen. So how do we work this program? You set your timer. You want to try to stay in those heart rate zones. Choose a carry. So, obviously you don't have all the resources that you have here at the gym. So choose a weight that's challenging for you or a holding position that's challenging for you. So maybe you only have a 16. This position doesn't really get the heart rate up so much. You can go suitcase, you can go rack, you can also move faster. So don't count out just classic things to get your heart rate up. So choose a carry that works best for you. From there, we're going to go into some kind of plank, and please feel free to work outside of this progression, right? So some kind of plank move, mountain climber, walkout, regular plank. We could put jackknife on there. You could do side plank. Whatever's going to get your heart rate up, but allow you to stay in that zone. And that's one of the things that you have to kind of feel out with this kind of program is that, let's say you start with a walkout in the first 3 rounds, and it's starting to get your heart rate up. You're starting to get deeper into the flow, and you get to the 4th or 5th round, and this is starting to get you into the yellow. My suggestion would be either do less reps. I know you guys don't like to do less, so then you might have to switch to a different kind of plank exercise. So would a reverse mountain climber be better? Would a walkout, would the lower body walkout be a better option? Where you're here, walking back out into a plank and walking yourself back up. It doesn't matter what the exercise is, it just needs to get the heart rate into those zones. The next would be some kind of challenge, so something with a little bit of explosion, right? If you know how to swing, let's go with a swing. Obviously, the weight that you have is going to be, is going to kind of change the way that you swing the bell and how heavy you go. Maybe you have to do more reps, maybe you have to do less reps, maybe you don't swing. Explosive deadlift would be okay. We also have speed squat or lunge. If you have a sandbag, you can do a sandbag clean too.
Wait, you got some questions.
Ooh, okay. Hold on. Go ahead.
Lou asked, can we still swing by to borrow some stuff?
Yes, just call the gym loop, and Coach Jenna is standing by.
And Stephanie Petco said like a sandbag?
For which kind of exercise?
Or just borrowing, I think.
We are pretty much out of sandbags, unless you want a burley bag.
And then Lou also said, I've never used that interval timer. I'd like to use it going forward.
Yeah, heck yeah, it's pretty good. Sometimes it's hard to hear the beep, so you have to fiddle around, obviously, with the volume on your phone. Yeah, I use it when I'm not here. I used it the other day. It works pretty well. Cool. So, something explosive with the lower body. Then we're assuming that our heart rate is going to be up with our challenge move. So then for the core move, we have dead bug bridge or another plank that's maybe a little lower tension. It could even be like a quad diagonal. Anything that's going to kind of help bring the heart rate down, but keep the heart rate up. Another kind of strength exercise, so this is a change from what I put up in terms of the picture. We could go lateral lunge, mini band lateral walk, or for a strength exercise, we could go with a row. So we haven't put any rows in here yet, so if you have a band, obviously hook it up to something secure. If you have a bell, you can do like your staggered stance row. You could do the 3-point row on a table or the edge of a chair or couch or a bedpost. I don't really care. You know, I would probably just make a note of it, do one arm one time and the other arm the next time you come back. Any questions?
No.
Excellent. And then last but not least is just something to move. So we have marching cross crawl. I dare you to do marching cross crawl for 30 seconds. I guarantee your legs get pretty burnt up. Or a jump rope, or a shadow jump rope like I demonstrated the other day. So pretending you have the jump rope and basically just jumping up and down, being nice and light on the toes. If you're a jump roper and you don't feel like you're that smooth, kind of a fun time to come back to the shadow jump rope and just kind of screw around with something a little different. It's not the end of the world if your heart rate gets down into the gray. It's not the end of the world if your heart rate gets into the yellow. But pay attention to that because I do want you to try to stay in those zones for that longer length of time. Also, don't be, oh geez, the alarm. The other thing that I would say too is your heart rate may be different than other people's. So if you're on any kind of medication to keep your heart rate down, obviously that's going to change the zones. So some people might be blue and green. Some people might be like dark gray and blue, and you don't want to go into the red at that point, and you don't want to go into like the light gray. So if your heart rate's not getting up like you think it should, please put a message in there. I'd be happy to look back at your heart rate zones in the MyZone interface that we have on the back end. And we can talk about if you're taking any of those kinds of medications. Maybe you have, also maybe you're somebody who has a long history of endurance sports in your life, like Dr. Jody. Her heart rate is, I mean, I remember trying to do finishers with her when I first started coaching, and we had to like torture that poor lady to get her heart rate into the yellow. As soon as she got into the yellow, she would stop, and then her heart rate would drop like a rock, and she'd have to go right back to it. So, you know, that's where the 30-30 comes in. Just stick with the 30-30 if that's happening. Don't get frustrated by the heart rate, and then we can troubleshoot it later. Ultimately, I just want you to work out and get sweaty. This is a really fun way to just stay engaged and move. Choose exercises that keep you in those zones-ish. The goal really isn't to like challenge yourself to the point of exhaustion. The goal is to obviously move with integrity, and you guys know that. What are you laughing at?
I told Lou to call RD, but I like the thing was in the way.
Yes, again, we got the feedback that the board was backwards when I did the selfie-facing camera. So now we have it backwards, but reading all your comments, I go back in afterwards and read every single one. So I really appreciate all your guys' attention and support. My goal for today, we are going to finish the exercise library to get started on our on the True Coach platform that we started investing in to get you guys your workouts. And then I want to write all the workouts for next week. So next week's going to feel a little smoother. We're going to have Coach Caroline Patterson. She's not really a coach, but she is very nice. She suggested doing some work with the Get Up. So my plan for next week for restorative stuff, for our restorative workout, is going to be based around the Get Up. You know, we're going to do another strength workout. We're going to do another bigger interval workout. We'll do something like this again. Maybe just a challenge or an outdoor carry. We'll see what the weather's like. If it was nicer out, we would have been outside. So I hope everybody's well. We saw Vita today. We saw Samir earlier today. We have some other people hopefully swinging by to pick it up. We saw Mean Jean. She's awesome, and she's mean. What's her email?
Mean Jean.
Oh, it's like Mean Jean the Dancing Queen. Or no, that's what her family calls her. Great lady. Have fun, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll probably put up something over the weekend. I know I'm going to catch up on Instagram with these workouts, so we're going to put them in our IGTV folder, and we're going to make it one of the icons on our profile page. Check these out on YouTube and Facebook. It's been a pleasure working with you all. Thank you for watching.
You got one question.
Oh shoot, we got a question.
Lou asks, is the InBody still available? I missed my usual Monday check-in, and I want to see how I come out of this ordeal.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're here until I'm going to be here for a little while with Brandon. I'm going to work out. So yeah, I'll probably be here until 3 or so. If not, we're here on Monday. Operational hours for people to come and visit would be 11 to 3. We're just having a hard time getting in workouts and all the kind of administrative shenanigans that we need to do before people start coming in. So we're going to be here from 9 to 5, but if you want to come to the door, 11 to 3 would be appreciated. Any other questions? All right. I hope you like the music. If you have any suggestions on music, put it in the comments. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Oh, God. Oh, what's happening? Ooh!
Lou said I'd be there before 3.
Okay.